When I tell y'all Mr. 123 showed his ass today, everything I said about this team, organization, coaches, general manager is coming to light. This team is pooty. Y'all ever heard that word before? Pooty, straight pooty. This team is pooty, and they deserve to be going for me to go in on them like this. And if y'all didn't see the last live, when I told y'all, and I showed you that Chris Grier, the general manager, basically gave up on the season, talking about he is disappointed in what he sees out there, then he tried to backtrack it. These are true statements. Today, Tua Tagovailoa completed 14 of 23 passes for a total of 114 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. 2 bad, terrible interceptions. Like, who are you reading and throwing to? What happened to the Mr. 123 in Tua Tagovailoa hitting Tyreek Hill? The Dolphins lost 33-8, a 25-point deficit. Tua lost all of his confidence as a football player today, how bad he played out there. I'm telling you, he lost, I ain't going to say all his confidence, but Tua lost a lot of confidence today the way he played out there on that field. Any player that played like Tua today, you're going to automatically lose confidence. I could tell in his body language. Tua was a turnover machine, throwing an interception in the first quarter, fumbling in the second quarter, then another interception, while producing nothing positive for his team. They didn't score till the end of the game. And this season, I can tell you over and over and over, from everything that I've seen in the offseason, from Tyreek Hill talking his crap, Tua Tagovailoa trying to step up and finally be a leader, to Mike McDaniels being a pushover, Chris Grier trading players because no one will stand up to the players. I knew this season was going to be a disaster. And that's exactly what happened. As week 1, the first game of the season, didn't even give him a chance. Didn't even go to week 2, week 3, week 4, or nothing. Week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts, Daniel Jones, the Miami Dolphins.
That wasn't Peyton Manning out there?
That's what it looked like. That would be a great excuse. They was playing against Peyton Manning and they didn't get to study film or something like that. But that was Daniel Jones. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
That was Daniel Jones that they got whooped up on by, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if Tua continues to play like he has, Mike McDaniels will be forced to bench him. I'm going to tell you, I don't care how much money he made and how long ago he just signed that contract. Any coach will be forced to bench their franchise quarterback if Tua plays like he played today. But this is who Tua is. Because I named the Mr. 123. I named the Mr. 123 because I understood Mike McDaniels was able to manipulate the offense and figure out how to make Tua be successful in these explosive pass plays and getting the ball to Tyreek Hill and the 3-step and the 1-2-3 drop in the rhythm and hit that timing, because Tyreek Hill created so much separation because he's so fast. But now the concept to the offense has changed and it's forcing Tua Tagovailoa to be a quarterback, a real quarterback that has to make reads, find the open player. There isn't no open players. Usually when it's tight coverage, the windows are very small. Mm-hmm. And that is what Tua Tagovailoa has trouble with the most. Mike McDaniel's comments after a terrible game. Let's listen, or let's check it out. This is Mike McDaniels after the game. His comments after the game and what he got going on. When you lose the turnover game, -3, you turn the ball over on downs. You run into the kicker. You have 12 guys in the huddle, and you only have 20 minutes with the ball in your possession. That's a formula for failure and nothing else. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said, "We have no direction to go from here. And it's the opposite direction of this effort produced."
That sounds like culture problems right there.
This is the head coach that you will no longer see for the Miami Dolphins. He's on the hot seat and the time is ticking for him. But But what kind of statement is that to give to the media as the head coach, the leader of the team? Like, what are you telling me if I'm the player and if I'm playing your team and I heard that, right? Because 12 players in the huddle is your fault. Players running into the kicker is your fault. Penalties are your fault. Everything you're doing as a head coach at the Dolphins, you're providing no discipline for this team. The only thing he's doing is being a player's coach. He's making the team feel like he's one of them, and we all are friends and we're cool. There's no authority there, man. I can see that from afar. And that sucks. And that's just sick to me because you're the head. That's why you sign up to be a leader of a team, to provide authority, leadership, guidance. Not just I can call a bunch of good plays and unique plays and we can throw for 5,000 yards. No, it takes more than that to be a coach. I don't know if Mike McDaniel understood what he was signing up for. But it sounds like Chris Grier might be most of the problem because Chris Grier is the general manager and he was responsible for hiring the head coaches and the players on his team. I don't know. Everyone needs to go. The whole Miami Dolphins front office, everybody, everyone need to go, man. It looks horrible. It looks bad.
He basically just said, man, I ain't doing a good job coaching. Literally, that's what he just said.
Basically, let me read it again. Please let me read this again. Please, let's read this again. Mike McDaniel's comments after the game. Again, when you lose the turnover game, -3, you turn the ball over on downs. You run into the kicker. You have 12 guys in the middle of in the huddle. And you only have 20 minutes with the ball in your possession. That's a formula for failure and nothing else. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said, 20 minutes of possession. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all about. There's a different concept that they're trying to bring up to this Dolphins offense. He doesn't want to possess the ball for 20 minutes. He wants to control the ball and control the clock. And now he's understanding that is how you win, the formula to win in NFL. Those explosive plays, getting the ball and having the best offense in the NFL and those pretty passes to Tyreek Hill. No, that's not how you win games. That gets you quick passes. Controlling the game, controlling the clock, doing things on your time is how you win the game, man.
We talked about being well coached. Like the Chiefs came into the game with like 6 seconds left and got on the field, be able to kick a field goal. That's well coached, and we could tell the Miami Dolphins would be able to get that accomplished. Right. That's something that that's not even nowhere in a playbook to get out there that fast and be able to kick a field goal. That's the difference between a well coached team and a team would say, I don't know why we had 13 people out there. We know not that.
You're the freaking coach. Like, what's happening here, man? Like, whose fault is it? It's one of the coaches. Somebody, it ain't my fault. I ran in the game when I was told to run in the game, But like Micah said, Mike McDaniels, he's bringing a new concept to this Dolphins offense, and it's forcing Tua to be a different quarterback. And now he has to find these open receivers. Whereas a couple of seasons ago, these plays was designed to be open and hit them off the time. And this concept isn't working anymore, and Tua has to find a way to adapt. And today he showed that he can't adapt to this new system. Tua played horrible, and he has a hard time answering questions at his presser after a horrible game like this. So let's listen to Tua, and I want y'all to hear the leader in Tua. Tell me, what do y'all think about his leadership skills?
Really excited to see that. Like I said, we don't want to overreact or we don't want to underreact with what the performance was like. We got to go look at the film. But I'm definitely curious to see, okay, I came in on Tuesday. I seen these guys on Tuesday last week. I want to see if these same guys are watching film on Tuesday this week. Like, I want to see how everyone goes about their process. I mean, same for me. But then outside of their process, how they go out there and execute what they need to do to be able to turn this thing around for week 2.
Listen to his first words. His first words.
I'm definitely excited to see that. like I said, you know, we don't want to overreact or we don't want to.
I want y'all to hear that. Tua said he's definitely excited to see that. After getting beat 33 to what was the score? 33 to 7?
To 8.
33 to 8. You shouldn't be excited to see nothing about the day. Nothing that has to do with today, any preparation, anything y'all did to prepare for today's game should be wiped out of your mind. Forget about everything from last week. You don't want to see them on Tuesday if that's what y'all did on Tuesday. Do it on Wednesday now. Take Tuesday off. Do opposite of what you did last week. Boy, that is crazy. So I'm definitely excited to see it after how terrible y'all looked out there. Right? And it's like every question you get after playing a terrible game like that is a terrible question. And I know it's hard for Tua to figure out what answers to give in a time like this because he's not a natural leader. He's figuring out how to be a leader and how to lead. That's what I see, you know? How would it look? How does it look Tua coming up to players, pointing a finger and say, I want to see you here Tuesday. You know, I didn't see you here this Tuesday and you was there the Tuesday before. After playing a game the way you just played, I would look at you in disgust with no respect. Like, don't talk about me. Don't come asking anything about my game or what I've done. Make sure you correct yourself first, right? Because it's hard to be a leader or lead after having the worst performance of any player in the game, right? How can I lead or be a leader and I've had the worst performance of the game? And it's not like you had other good games before. This is the week one. You don't have no other chance to show. This is week one. The first impression is the best impression. All these players that don't know Tua Tagovailoa, they're like, what in the crap is this? You know, This is crazy.
And then he kind of like trying to throw some people under the bus without even saying their names. Like, I want to see the people that wasn't there last week be there this week to watch film. You just threw some people under the bus. Like, we don't know who you talk about, but the people you talking about know who you talking about them, and that's not what a leader do. You know what I mean? You pull everybody together, especially when the stuff is not going right. You gotta pull each other together, not put no blame nobody else. Look at yourself in the mirror and let people know I'm here to like we gonna do this together. And he's not doing that right now.
That's it. When you lose, especially a fashion of that magnitude, you always point the finger at yourself. You never bring anyone else into the equation when things are bad because everyone wants to point the finger. You take accountability and you talk about what you can take care of and you make sure you handle the things that you can handle. You don't start pointing the finger and say, I want to see those guys. And yeah, I'm definitely eager to see that next week. No, man, everything they ask you, you reflect it back to yourself. Like, yeah, man, I was in there Tuesday, so I'm gonna be in there Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna be there some extra hours and so on and so forth. But Tua, man, like I say, he's trying to figure things out and learn how to become that leader that the Dolphins need. But he's just not the guy. I said that many times. I don't gotta keep saying it. Y'all get the picture, you know.